Բարև, I'm Ruiz Clark, and I'm the interim CEO at Teach for Armenia. I'm filling in for Larissa Hovhannisyan, who just had a baby. She is with us in heart and spirit. I arrived in Armenia a little over a year ago. Initially, I was meant to stay only for a short while, but then I fell in love with Hayastan. I fell in love with the resilience of this nation's history, the beauty of its majestic terrain, and most importantly, I fell in love with the resilient people who I now call my friends. As many of my staff members know, one of my favorite places to visit is Nagorno-Karabakh, otherwise known as the Armenian ancestral land of Artsakh. My first trip to this special place was in September of last year. My team took me to a quaint village tucked far into the crevices of the mountains. We traveled for hours on winding dirt roads. When I arrived, I will never forget how excited the kids were to greet me. Little boys and little girls ran to and fro as they picked fresh plums and apples and eagerly offered them to me. It fills my heart with dread to think about what has happened to that village. For those of you who may not be aware, communities like these have been repeatedly targeted by Azerbaijan. Recently, Azerbaijan attacked multiple civilian centers, including communities within Armenia's internationally recognized borders. In fact, just a few days ago, the Armenian military shot down Azerbaijani drones several miles outside of Yerevan, Armenia's capital city. Meanwhile, there is mounting evidence that Turkey has hired mercenary soldiers from a region in Syria that is now controlled by jihadist militias. If you are a US citizen, I urge you to contact your representatives. This is completely unacceptable behavior coming from NATO-affiliated nations. Teach for Armenia has been working in Artsakh for more than 3 years now. We believe that children, regardless of where they are born, have the right to education. Children do not choose to be born into disputed territory. Children do not choose to be born amid conflict. As such, it is our responsibility as a global village to ensure that our kids have access to learning. For it is through an education that children can choose peace over hate. It is important to note that I am not from Armenia, nor do I have any previous connections prior to moving here a year ago. I do this work because I have seen the transformative power that education can have on people's lives. My mother moved to the United States from Mexico as a farm worker with a limited education. It was because of her perseverance that she eventually obtained a bachelor's degree and became a published medical professional. It is because of her story that I decided to become an educator. Over the course of my career, I have worked across the globe in countries such as India, Malaysia, and now Armenia. It has been an honor to work alongside communities that predominantly identify as Muslim, Hindu, and Christian. In each country, I have been reminded of our collective humanity. That is why I believe that we must teach for peace. At present, Teach for Armenia is organizing an emergency response to the conflict. Thousands of students are displaced. Out of precaution, our students in border communities were asked to take refuge in underground shelters. COVID-19 has already created a tremendous disruption in learning. The conflict has only made things worse. If you would like to learn more about our response, please visit tinyurl.com/teachforpeace. Again, that is tinyurl.com/teachforpeace. Thank you for watching this video. To close, I'd like to quote Mahatma Gandhi. If we are to reach real peace in the world, we shall have to begin with the children. Շնորհակալություն.